welcome back to our channel. I am Cheyenne, and this is the channel Cheyenne and the famjam. But today we're pretty much just going to be focusing on No, can't have that. This is William. So ever since I gave birth to him a year ago, I've been dealing with the depression and the anxiety, and it's been, you know, I was like, oh, I was never like this before. Ever since he was born, I used to have what felt like a heart attack. My chest was just hurting so much, like dead center. I felt like I was getting stabbed in the back, and that would happen like every other day for like, I don't know, it felt like 3 months, I think, or it was like about 3 months that it happened for, and then it went away for about a month, and then it happened like 2 more times. I haven't had it happen in like quite a long time. They did an ultrasound of my heart to make sure that I was like not having a heart attack in the emergency room when it first happened. They ran the blood work, and I didn't have the signs of a heart attack, and they didn't know why I was in pain. And like I also deal with like kidney stones and stuff like that. But I've been getting those since I was like 16, and I'd say I get one of those like every 6 months. I get calcium oxalate stones, if that means anything to you, but that means eating like dark leafy greens like kale and broccoli and stuff like that cause kidney stones to develop in my body, which sucks because anything that would be like healthy or like recommended by a dietitian, stuff like that, it's hard for me to eat that because I'll get kidney stones, and that's like worse. So that's just like a brief history of some of my health issues that I've been dealing with. The thing that I'm gonna focus on today has been my anxiety. It's hard to describe. Like, I feel like I'm only a mom and I'm no longer Cheyenne. And part of me trying to keep myself busy and to, you know, feel like I'm not just a mom was to start this YouTube channel to, you know, give myself something to do during the day. And that's like pretty much, it's just filming our day. And it's just, you know, editing it at night, but it gives me something to do. It gives me something that makes me feel important. It kind of makes me feel like I have a little bit of a job to do, which is kind of exciting because, you know, I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 4 years now. You know, when I was pregnant with Lucas is what, like, I stopped working while I was pregnant with him because I got put on bed rest. And so, you know, I felt like just a mom. Like, I don't do anything. I can't leave the house for a long period of time because if I do, like, Lucas is a bit better with it now, but he used to not be okay with it. But William, if I leave the house, he can't handle it. So if I try and leave the house for longer than like 2 hours, I will get called back to the house because William is inconsolable, and it's really hard to deal with William when he's upset because it seems like nothing will calm him down sometimes except for me, which means like I don't go to my friends' houses and stuff like that without my kids to just have like a girls' day because my kids just can't handle it. And they're Velcro children just as much as I'm a Velcro mom. I would say I'm definitely a Velcro mom. It's hard to be apart from them. It really is. And like, even if I were to leave the kids with my mom and go on a date day with Matt, I will be texting my mom and asking her like how the boys are and stuff like that because I can't turn it off. which is good, I guess, as a mom, that you're like so attached to your kids, but at the same time it wears you out really quickly. And I think that's why I've been having a hard time recovering from depression and anxiety, because like a lot of things make me anxious that like didn't used to. And I had a really bad anxiety attack on William's birthday. I was making the cake and I had screwed up the buttercream, and it didn't emulsify together, so it was, when I was trying to pipe it onto the cake, it became like everything separated as it was piped onto the cake, and the food coloring, actually I was watching it like leach out of the icing onto the plate, and like you could see it like separating, and like it was so gross. And like it broke me in that moment, because I just, as is, like we couldn't really do anything for William's birthday. I went to my mom's house and that was it, like, because you have to keep your quarantine bubble really, really small. And so, oh, thank you, I love Woody. But yeah, so before I had kids, I used to decorate Dairy Queen cakes, and I was pretty good at it. I actually have a second Instagram, not just like our family Instagram. I have a second Instagram that's called forever.echoche. And I posted like tons of pictures of cakes I used to decorate, and it was like, that was a lot of fun for me. I liked decorating cakes. I always liked the creative side of me, and it's something I was really good at. But you get the pre-made icing there, and then you just add the coloring yourself. So it's like the Dairy Queen standard icing, and then you just added the food coloring and turned it into any color that you can imagine. And so I've never really made buttercream before, and I just put all the ingredients in the bowl and I mixed it up, and it was a mess. And I still tried to use it on the cake because I was frustrated and I just wanted to get it done. I wanted William's birthday to be perfect, and so we still decorated the house, made it really special, bought him like a birthday hat, still bought him balloons. They didn't last the evening, they got destroyed. Kids. So for me, his first birthday party was really hard. It's also really hard to admit that he's a year now, and it feels like yesterday that he was like a wee lamb in my arms, and now he's growing up and getting so big, and he's walking on his own now, and he has so much spunk, and he throws little temper tantrums. And so because the icing started separating on my cake that I was trying to make him, it made me feel like a failure in that moment. Like, I've just failed his entire birthday party. It's all ruined. This cake just ruined everything, and I broke down. It was pretty bad. I ended up against a wall. So Matt was able to come over and he hugged me, and so he came over and he told me that he would fix the buttercream icing for me, which at that moment I didn't believe that he could do. I didn't think anybody could fix this. I'd ruined the cake. The cake was just ruined, and I mean, we were like, in that moment, like, I truly felt like I had personally gone and completely ruined his first birthday party. Which seems completely irrational, but in the moment, that's how I felt. Like, I was like the worst mother ever. I completely ruined his birthday party. I failed him. And it's his first birthday party, and I can't do anything right, and I felt like I ruined everything. And I had an attitude, and I was angry, and it was really hard. It's really hard feeling like, you know, I failed my kid. Because I never want to fail them. I always want to give them the best. And in that moment I wasn't giving him the best, and you know, like, other people knew that they could fix my problem, and I didn't believe that they could. It felt like this was the worst problem in the world right now to me, and I completely failed my son, and no one could fix that. And no one emotionally could fix that I felt like I failed him. You know, and the thing is like, I don't want to go on like anti-anxiety medication because I'm breastfeeding, and I never want anything that I have to take affect him, and I'm very careful about stuff like that, like anything like past or breast milk. I don't want to do it. But my mom saw me having this anxiety attack, and Matt came to my rescue, and he calmed me down, and then he, after I was able to finally calm down enough to step away and go and put myself into the bathroom for a minute so I could like dry my eyes and just like, you know, take a deep breath by myself and calm down. While I did that, he actually was able to fix the buttercream, and turns out it was like such an easy solution. He double boiled it. Like, he got a pot with some water and then a stainless steel bowl and put the buttercream in the bowl, and then he melted the buttercream until it emulsified and became a beautiful buttercream, and it actually tasted really good. I ended up using it in the center of the cake because it was too hot to use on the outer edge. We had to make fresh buttercream to do that, but we were able to put it in the center and it tasted really good. Like, he fixed it. He saved that for me, and you know, that was really special that he was able to save something for me. And it seems so simple, it's just buttercream, but to me it was me failing my son. And so at this point, like, my anxiety's gotten pretty bad, and my mom is actually taking me today to someone that she sees for massages that it does like neuroskeletal stuff or something. I don't exactly know what it is. It's apparently a therapy device that like goes on your head or something. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's like electrodes, and it's supposed to help you without medication, like balance your brain. I'm hoping that it does help me non-medically with my anxiety, because I think it has gotten worse, and I want to be the best parent I can be for my children. They mean the world to me, and I love them with all of my heart, and I'm not being the best me that I can be, so how can I be the best mom that I can be? But I am 27 and still bringing my mom to doctor's appointments.
Oh well. You're always gonna need me.
I always will.
And you don't want me.
I always will.
Aww.
I love you too. So, why did you bring me here today?
Well, you were suffering from anxiety, and I was not very happy to see that, so I thought if I can find a way to help you in a non-traditional prescription kind of way, then I would like to try and do that.
Because I have an issue taking medicine while breastfeeding.
Well, exactly. You don't want to run the risk of like not having to be able to breastfeed with William. He's only one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and you respect that that's important to me.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember Peter telling me that he has this device that he uses that helps to rebalance things in the brain. So.
Yes, Peter Gorecki. That's what it is, neurofunctional therapy.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what you told me it was called.
Doing like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
And she basically had a complete meltdown, crying and everything.
Aww.
And it was heartbreaking for me to watch,
yes.
You know, and I told her to calm down, which was like the absolute worst thing to say to her. And she's like, got mad at me. So I thought, you know what? I thought I remembered you telling me about that device that goes on her head.
There it is, right here.
Yeah, and so I thought, well, no harm, no foul if she can try it.
Absolutely. And not only device up there, so we will do what is called auricular therapy.
Is it like electric shock therapy?
No.
I told her that. I'm like, no, it's not. I said, it's this thing that goes on your head.
Nothing to do with electrical shock therapy, okay?
Okay,
So
it's
what
just
I
like, I have an irregular heartbeat, so I was just
It's
scared.
okay. No. There's nothing to do with the heartbeat, nothing. There's no shock wave, there's no waves. So what is that device? Sorry. So what is that device? Let's say your brain has electricity. It has to have electricity. You know, depression is caused by neurotransmitters, correct?
Okay.
You know that. So you know what antidepressants do to you?
They block the transmitter.
That's it. So what it does, let's say, your brain is your brain high and low on those, let's say, serotonin, dopamine, some of those neurotransmitters. So when you're high, you may be depressed. When you're low, you have euphoria. And you bang, 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 bang. So if it's high all the time, you're gonna be depressed. So what that antidepressants do, they equalize that line that your brain doesn't feel high and doesn't see low. It's kind of like there all the time.
So it's just like a straight line.
That's it. Supposed to be. How does it work? The problem is, it's hard to find where is that line. That's why antidepressants very often are not as effective, because let's say you have 5 milligrams, or you need only 3.1. So, but doctors do by adaptation to the brain, they're gonna give you 5, 10, 15, and they says, well, that's citrulline or something like that. It has to be so many milligrams, and you finally brain's gonna adopt to that kind of level. Is there anything good with that? It's better than nothing. Okay, let's put it that way. So what the scientists did find out that they have a device like this. So instead of using neurotransmitters, the brain has electricity. It's called microcurrents. So they did find out that the brain has, hypothetically speaking, let's say 5 millivolts of electricity. That is kind of normal. So this device is gonna be set, let's say, to that 5. So when you're depressed, you can be up 200, 300, and it's just like dang, 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 dang. So what this does, just get your brain right through that exactly wave that's supposed to be. And your brain has to adopt. You feel good because it's just a normal electricity for the brain. So it's no side effects, nothing. It's just exactly what's supposed to be done.
And how long does this go on?
45 minutes.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I'm gonna do what is called auricular therapy. So what I do, I'm gonna put the laser on your ears that is responsible for depression as well. Double one.
Yeah, because I have mild depression and more anxiety.
It doesn't matter. There is anxiety, sleep problems, the depression.
I
Sleep.
Okay, that's what that device is actually done for. Psychiatrists, psychologists are using that thing, and they're renting to people. This is a couple $1,000 device, but they're buying it and renting it to people, let's say for $100 a month or something like this. If when you like it, people are buying it. Okay?
Okay.
You wanted to try?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Not really.
Yes.
Okay.
This is why I'm here.
Okay.
I trust my mom and she trusts you.
Does she?
I
Yeah,
do.
she speaks very highly of you.
Because I am the best on the market in it?
Yes. Because you're really, really good.
Just looks like I'm listening to music. That's hilarious. So I think my final thoughts on the treatment is I would need to try it at least 2 more times to have like a verdict on if it's actually working or if it's a placebo effect. But during treatment, I can say that it felt like you're a pirate on a pirate ship, because your world feels like it's going like woo, and then you know, you feel tipsy and kind of a little, you know, I don't know, really like giggly, and then also tired. So he said that I should be able to fall asleep faster tonight. We'll see if that is true, because typically I fall asleep around like 2 a.m. It's just because like I'm a night owl, I have insomnia. It's a lot. So hopefully it helps with my sleep. But I do think that the first treatment seemed to have worked pretty well. I definitely felt like way more giggly and like happy, like near the end of the treatment and like on the car ride home with my mom. And I definitely feel like not as like overwhelmed, I guess. I don't know, like, so it could be a placebo effect, and if it is, then you know what, a placebo effect is still in effect. And yeah, I think that I would do it again. It's non-painful and it kind of feels funny and it makes you laugh. So yeah, but that's yeah, I would definitely do it again. But I will leave his information linked, or not linked, but down below for you to see, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
It's like a family tree, part of you and part of me. And if we should separate